All right, Northern New Jersey market reality check and why you need an AI-enabled agent. This is Scott Selleck with Keller Williams City Views Realty, and I'd like to cover these two topics because they're pretty relevant right now. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Northern New Jersey, Leonia, Fort Lee, Tenafly, for example, the worst thing you can do right now is trust outdated info or generic national headlines. The Northern New Jersey market behaves nothing like any other market because of its close proximity to New York City. Let's start with Tenafly, where luxury isn't the category, it's a baseline. Median list price, $2.4 million. Inventory, about 25 homes on the market. Median new listings, about $1.47 million. Those are serious numbers for a serious market. They don't blink unless the property is dialed in and priced with precision. The median rent in Tenafly is about $6,800, which tells you everything about the demand of this high-quality living area. Tenafly buyers are very analytical. They come in with spreadsheets, an AI-generated checklist, and if your price strategy is off by 3 to 5%, they smell it immediately, and they're not going to jump in. The Leonia market snapshot. Leonia is a completely different world. Small, charming village vibe, high walkability, and extremely tight inventory. Median list price in Leonia is about $670,000. There's about 7 homes on the market in Leonia and a days on market around 91 days, which tells you that the buyers here are taking their time. They're selective, but they move fast if a home matches the neighborhood and the story and it's in decent shape, especially if it's move-in condition. 5 to 6 buyers. With only 7 available homes, pricing it once wrong can completely lose the season. Fort Lee market snapshot. Fort Lee lives in its own lane. It's Commuter gold, high-rise energy, and a buyer pool that spans from first-time buyers to downsizers to New York defectors. Median list price in Fort Lee is about $1.35 million. There's about 17 homes on the market. Average rental is about $4,700. The fastest of the 3 markets, Fort Lee moves very quickly. This is where speed matters. Buyers aren't just kicking tires in Fort Lee. They're comparing commuter times, fees, amenities, and whether the listing photos actually told the truth about the place. I would like to talk about something important that's at work right now, and we're talking about the importance of working with an AI-enabled realtor. And here's the part that most agents don't really want to admit. The buyers and sellers are already using AI to analyze their market often without getting a full picture, and it can impact their ability to secure an apartment if the facts aren't correct. The AI-enabled agent advantage is very important to work. For example, AI is like the news estimate. Clients show up with an AI-generated checklist. AI gives basically a general advice, but I provide local interpretation. AI cannot evaluate like that micro neighborhood or home condition that I can really explain in detail. Here's the truth. Your buyers and sellers are already being advised by AI. They're showing up with these AI-generated expectations, AI scripts for negotiating, according to experts, often full-page read. Why is this important? Because AI sees data. I see the market, the local market. AI doesn't know basically that like a Tenafly colonial on East Clinton trades differently than one near Churchill Road. And Leonia homes move faster because they attract New York commuters and someone who basically likes a small town feel and good schools. In Fort Lee, the high-rise prices shift floor to floor depending on exposure and the health of the HOA. And AI definitely can't smell a pet's odor, spot a DIY electrical issue, or read buyers' body language and psychology at a Sunday open house. These are all nuances that are important. AI knows the map, but I know the local market street to street. AI can generate questions. I can generate strategies, package clients' offers, drawing from my years of experience in local relationships with other realtors and vendors that can make all the difference, if you're going to get your offer accepted. AI can summarize listings. I negotiate outcomes. Live in a real time with human beings who don't act basically like algorithms. So what's the seller-buyer value statement right now? So whether you're selling your Tenafly estate, moving up in Leonia, or downsizing in Fort Lee, you deserve someone who can pair local hyper knowledge with AI-powered precision without letting the tech mislead you. If you want actionable guidance, not a generic AI answer, call me. We'll use the data, the tech, and my boots on the ground experience to make your move in Northern New Jersey the smartest one yet. Schedule a consultation today with me at 201-970-3960 or email me at scott@sellecksalesnj.com. Tap into my 32 years experience